everyone. Today I am presenting on the Imagine Dragons students case study. The band was formed in 2008 and they gained worldwide fame in 2011. At the time this student case study was written, they were one of the most prominent and successful rock bands. Most of their music came from 2012 album Night Visions and the 2015 Smoke and Mirrors. The band's target audience is alternative rock. However, they had some singles such as Radioactive, who was likely listened to by anyone who enjoyed mainstream music or listened to the radio. They were signed to Interscope Records in 2011, and in 2016, the group consisted of lead singer Dan Reynolds, Daniel Platzman as a drummer, Daniel Wayne Sermon, and Ben McGee, who are both guitarists. Now getting into the main objective, to many, the band appeared out of nowhere, quickly taking the world by surprise with millions of fans and a Grammy. Singer Dan Reynolds describes the band's quick rise to fame as a little overwhelming and nothing short of a dream. The music business is notoriously hard to get into and more challenging to be successful in. Unlike what most think, the band is not an overnight success. Many hard hours of persistent fan engagement and great music contributed to their success. The band did not have any extensive PR efforts or massive ad campaigns. This case study examines how the band Imagine Dragons rose to fame. First major hit for the band was It's Time. This appeared at number 15 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart and would go platinum 3 times in the US, meaning that over 3 million copies were sold. The single also peaked in charts in 10 other countries. Radioactive was their second big hit single, winning the 2014 Grammy for Best Rock Performance. This single was record-breaking in many ways. For example, the Radioactive set the Billboard record for the slowest rise to the top 5 on the Hot 100 chart. The single took 9 months to reach its peak at number 3. Imagine Dragons' Radioactive single was considered a commercial success, achieving the platinum or multi-platinum status in 10 countries. In the US, the single was certified in July of 2015, Recording Industry Association of America having reached diamond status. This meant that it hit 10 times platinum. By the end of 2015, Radioactive was top 5 best-selling downloads of all time, along with singles like Rolling in the Deep by Adele and I Got a Feeling by the Black Eyed Peas. Diamond status is considered extremely rare because it only included physical sales and streaming. Those are the only 2 things that were accounted for during the time. And only 4 other songs had hit diamond status, including Baby by Justin Bieber, Bad Romance by Lady Gaga, I Love the Way You Lie by Rihanna and Eminem, and Not Afraid, also by Eminem. Imagine Dragon fans were known to be extremely loyal to the band. In 2016, their Facebook page had 13 million likes. Facebook was their primary social media channel. Their Twitter had 3 million followers, and Instagram following that, coming in at right under 2 million followers. Their average Facebook post would receive 30,000 likes, comments, or shares based on Facebook metrics. One of the band's main priorities was to remain normal and authentic. This was a key element to their appeal. The relatability is what built the connection between the band and its fans. UK high school student and superfan Amy describes the band as being very down-to-earth, humble, and normal people. They see each fan as a person opposed to a fan. During the early days of Imagine Dragons, the band was well known in their local Las Vegas community for engaging with their fans on and offline. They would bring fans on stage, give them shout-outs, and interact with them directly online. From a business perspective, focusing on fans and using social media to genuinely engage with fans has always been a part of Imagine Dragons' business approach. Within their business approach, they had their main core principles, which was authenticity, relatability, a sense of real access, and intimacy that fueled the initial growth in the band's popularity. This is what kind of ruled the band in their method of communicating with their fans and how they prioritized their fans. Once the fan base grew in numbers and globally, it became harder for the band to maintain their core principles that their band is built on. They needed to adapt their principles to work on a larger scale. They did this by focusing on their superfans like Amy. Instead of trying to engage with everyone, they would focus on superfans who kept in contact with other fans and would lead their own fan clubs, and this was all done on their own accord. The theory was that if you directly touch the lives of some, their close friends and group members would feel like you've done it for them as well. Their manager explained, make people feel connected, not only to each other, but to the artist. If you do something for someone that they view as a brother or a sister, it's like you did it for them. You can think of these super fans as like brand ambassadors. However, this came with the risk of superfans potentially feeling used or losing interest. With this in mind, superfans were included in a lot of the album work. They were invited to special events hosted by the band, and they'd even get the opportunity to listen to music prior to the music actually coming out. The fans were the key ingredient to their success, and the fans were the people who drove the interest and introduced the band to new people, which is why they had a high focus on their fan base. Thank you all for watching. This is my one pager.